Welcome to Track in the Week. On Monday, operatives of the Nigeria Police Force have arrested Emmanuel Kanu, younger brother to the detained leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, and his lawyer Aloy Ejimako during the #Free Nnamdi Kanu Now protest in Abuja on Monday. Human rights activist and convener of the protest, Omoyele Sowore, revealed this in a post on his X handle, alleging that the police used live ammunition and force against protesters demanding Kanu's release. According to him, the police team deployed to brutalize Free Nnamdi Kanu Now protesters arrested Nnamdi Kanu's brother, his lawyer, as well as innocent bystanders. He added that they were beaten and taken to the FCT command and thereby called for the immediate and unconditional release. Security operatives fired several rounds of tear gas to disperse the protesters around the central business district, causing panic among commuters and disrupting early morning traffic. Also on Monday, the People's Democratic Party denied allegations of document forgery levied against it by the party's National Secretary, Senator Samuel Anyanwu, insisting that all actions relating to the forthcoming National Convention were conducted in line with the party's constitution and with full transparency. Addressing journalists in Abuja, the PDP National Publicity Secretary Debo Olugwangba described the forgery claims as false and misleading. He said all decisions surrounding the planned National Convention were taken during the 101st meeting of the National Executive Committee (NEC) held on July 24, 2025. According to Olugwangba, the NEC meeting was duly monitored by the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), and certified records, including attendance lists and resolutions, are available to support this. On Tuesday, a new legislative week began in the Green Chamber as Deputy Governor of Benue State witnessed the defection of Honorable Ojema Ojoto from the People's Democratic Party to the All Progressive Congress. Ojoto, representing Upper Anagatu Federal Constituency, was welcomed to the majority party by the Deputy Speaker after his defection letter was read. The Deputy Minority Leader, Honorable Aliyu Madaki, citing Section 68, subsection 1G of the Constitution, argued that Ojoto's defection breached the law since there was no division in the PDP and called for his seat to be declared vacant. The Deputy Majority Leader, Honorable Aliyu Alames, countered the defection is permitted when there are unresolved crises within the party. Also on Tuesday, the Joint Union of Tertiary Institutions of Kaduna State, JUTIX, suspended its indefinite strike, bringing relief to students and staff across the state's polytechnics and colleges of education. The industrial action, which began on September 30, 2025, was called off following a meeting between union leaders and Governor Basani. The strike was initiated to demand the implementation of a new salary structure, which have been stagnant for over 16 years, and the extension of the 65-year retirement age to include non-teaching staff. According to the JUTIX chairman, Comrade Usman Shehu Suleiman, the governor approved key demands during a meeting on October 17, 2025. On Wednesday, President Bola Tinubu approved the extension of the tenure of Surveyor General of the Federation, Abdulganiyu Adebomehin, by 2 years. The extension, which takes effect from January 5, 2026, was necessitated by the recent transfer of the Office of Surveyor General of the Federation to the Presidency. According to a statement from Bayo Onanuga, Special Advisor to the President, Information and Strategy, the Surveyor General already initiated reforms across critical sector of geospatial data system, which the President is keen to see completed. Onanuga said the President expected Adebomehin to consolidate the reforms within the next 2 years, focusing on national land management and administration, highways, and ability land infrastructural coordination, reclamation and erosion control programs, and other related matters of strategic national importance. Still on Wednesday, the embattled leader of the outlawed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, made a dramatic turn by agreeing to enter his own defense. The detained IPOB leader had last Thursday filed a motion of preliminary objection challenging the jurisdiction of the court to continue with his trial. He filed the objection the same day a team of medical experts empaneled by the court to determine his health status turned in a report that he was medically fit to stand trial. In a fresh motion he personally filed, Kanu assured the court that he was prepared to begin his defense pursuant to the order of this Honorable Court made on the 16th day of October, directing the defendant to commence his defense on the 24th day of October 2025. Among those Kanu listed as compatible witnesses are former Minister of Defense General Theophilus Danjuma retired, a former Chief of Army Staff General Tukur Buratai retired, as well as Babajide Sanwo-Olu and Opus Odema, governors of Lagos and Imo State respectively, among others. On Thursday, President Bola Tinubu swore in the new chairman of Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), Professor Joash Ojo-Amopitan. The brief ceremony took place at the council chambers of the presidential villa, Abuja. Delivering a brief remark, President Tinubu charged Amopitan to advance Nigeria's democratic process by ensuring that polls are credible and without blemish. Beyond charging the new INEC boss to protect the integrity of elections in Nigeria, the President said the forthcoming gubernatorial elections in Anambra State should serve as its first litmus test. Amopitan replaces Professor Mahmood Yakubu as the substantive chairman of the National Electoral Umpire, INEC. Still on Thursday, the leader of the proscribed separatist group Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB Nnamdi Kanu, fired all members of his legal team. Kanu confirmed sacking all his lawyers and told the court he was willing and ready to conduct his case by himself. When the case was called, Kanu Agabi Sad, who had led Kanu's legal team on Thursday, announced the decision with other senior advocates in the team to withdraw from the case. Agabi explains that the reason for the withdrawal was because the defendant has taken this case back, adding that they respect his opinion. Kanu commenced arguing about the jurisdiction of the court to further conduct his trial. He was subsequently overruled by the judge, who insisted that he must proceed with his defense. At that point, Ikpeazu intervened and brought the attention of the court to the fact that their withdrawal took effect on the morning of Thursday. Prosecuting lawyer did not object, following which Justice Amatosho adjourned to Friday, October 24, for Kanu to open his defense. On Friday, President Bola Tinubu made changes in the hierarchy of the service chiefs in furtherance of the effort of the federal government of Nigeria to strengthen the national security architecture. Sunday Dare, special advisor to the president's media and public communications, in a statement, said the president appointed General Olufemi Oluyede to replace General Christopher Musa as the new chief of defense staff. The new chief of army staff is a Major General Shaibu. Vice Air Marshal S.K. Aneke is Chief of Air Staff, while Admiral I. Abbas is the new Chief of Naval Staff. Chief of Defense Intelligence Major General E.A.P. Udendeye retains his position. Lastly, on Friday, a magistrate court sitting in Kuje, Abuja, granted bail to human rights activist Omoyele Sowore alongside several protesters arrested during the Free Nnamdi Kanu Now protest in the Federal Capital Territory. Also granted bail are Alo Ejimako, counsel to the detained leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, his brother Prince Emmanuel Kanu. Other granted bail are Joshua Emmanuel, Wilson Anyalewichi, Okere Kingdom Nnamdi, Clinton Chimeze, Gabriel Joshua, Isiaka Uzene, Onyekachi Ferdinand, Amade Prince, Edison Ojison, Godwill Obioma, and Chima Onchuko. The court, presided over by Magistrate Abubakar Umar Said, issued the bail order on Friday after the defendants were arraigned on charges bordering on unlawful assembly and disturbance of public peace. And that's it on Track in the Week.